FuoriSalone 2014 in New York with Carlo Mantica,
Buonasera.
CEO of Maccioni Group. He owned the group, he owned 14 restaurants in New York and all over the US. So hi Carlo, how are you?
Buonasera. Maccioni Group now comprises of 14 restaurants from Las Vegas to New York to New Delhi, India, and Dubai soon, and Florida. And it all started when Sirio Maccioni left Montecatini in Tuscany to come to New York and open Le Cirque 40 years ago. It was at the beginning a French restaurant, and nowadays we are expanding into Italian restaurant. We started 20 years ago, and we represent the Italian food all over the world.
Great. Carlo, let me ask you something. You know, you are in the food network since years and years. What is the first moment in your life that you realize that the food, Italian food, is your passion and will be your business?
Well, I'm Italian, so I was born with it. But of course, I worked for Heineken and for Barilla Pasta in Italy, and that got me started. And I was fortunate enough that 4 years ago, I started working with the Maccioni family and a group of investors to embrace Italian restaurants and expand this amazing franchise that includes Le Cirque concept, which is a French restaurant with Italian roots, Osteria del Circo, which is a Tuscan restaurant, and Sirio Ristorante, which is a pan-Italian concept that includes all the best dishes that Sirio Maccioni found throughout his life.
That sounds great. But let's go maybe a little bit more personal. Let's say you have a friend, he's a foreign friend, and it's the first time he's gonna try Italian food. What is the first dish you have in your mind?
Well, I'm Italian, but I'm from Milan originally, so I love risotto. And one of my favorite is the risotto all'astice that we do in many of our restaurants. And of course, there are a lot of other Tuscan dishes that the Maccioni have done throughout the years. One of my other favorite is the ravioli mamma Eggi, which is a version of ravioli with butter and sage. Very simple, very nice. Another one is the zuppa frantoiana. When it comes winter, it's a blend of 30 vegetables, and it's a delicious dish that we do at Osteria del Circo.
Wow, you make me hungry. Carlo, let's speak about business. What do you think would need Italian food to, keep going more than what we do right now in the United States, especially, but in the world?
Well, Italian food is definitely has made tremendous progress. 40 years ago, when Sirio started and wanted to do a high-end restaurant, he had to pick French cuisine. Nowadays, I hear from all over the world, from food and beverage directors of all the major hotel chains and casino chains and cruise line chains, that the number one cuisine besides the local cuisine is Italian food. And we are having a great success now expanding our restaurants, in particular with Italian food. So I think we're well positioned. Americans love Italian food, and Italian food has progressed a lot in the distribution of all our fantastic regional products throughout the United States. Only 15 years ago, when I came to the United States, it was very hard to find certain ingredients. Not only New York, but of course, all over the country between New York and Los Angeles. And I was just recently in Minnesota, and I could find a wonderful mozzarella, I could find burrata, and I could find delicious Italian products straight from the homeland.
That's good. Just the last question. What do you think about the phenomenon of Italian sounding? So what we could do to, reduce this phenomenon?
I having lived, been Italian, having lived in the United States, I have to say that I feel that Italians should start to embrace the Italian sounding and not be threatened by it. Restaurants like Olive Garden, Buca di Beppo, which are major chains in the United States with hundreds of locations, as well as products that sound like Italian products, are actually an important factor in driving the acceptance of Italian food by American consumer. And I mean the really deep American consumer from the main heartland. So we have to be smart and leverage these, if you want, ambassadors or fake ambassadors if you want, and trying to then go beyond them and show the quality of the products that we have, which is obviously better than the Italian sounding version. And so they opened the market in a sense to the Italian products, but what we have to do is really leverage that and try to show the quality of the real product, and we'll be successful.
Thank you so much, and good evening everybody, and see you soon.
Piacere.